Now Alright guys, how's everyone today? How is everyone today? So several of us have been given invites to be team captains for the bybit 100 BTC brawl. I have been blessed enough to be given one of those invites. And as everyone knows, I do things differently. So any commissions, any prizes that I receive that's more than the team, we're dividing it up equally. Everyone's getting a share of the pie equally because we're all a team. So that's the first thing if you join us. There's a Discord link right there below. It says join the team. Join us in the Discord. There's some special stuff going on in there that I'm not going to talk about out live for other teams to find out our strategies. But I am going to show off this tool right here just so other teams can salivate over what we have for a trade indicator to help us. And the whole reason why I even started making these available to people was because of Market Cipher. Market Cipher was a lagging indicator and it was well grossly overpriced. So I was challenged and I decided to put what I do for trading into an indicator that's easy for people to see and understand. You're not interpreting shapes like Lucky Charms with this. You're actually getting the alerts. They're telling you what the ideas are. For example, you've got a bearish, a -2 short idea here. And look at that short. Flushing meadows right there. Potential trade reversal was alerted. Bullish idea. And you had a reversal on this trade right here. You had another buy idea of a +1, another buy idea here. You also had short ideas. So it's giving you guys opportunities to take trades within trades based on multiple time frames, calculated for entries on the time frame chart you're watching. And as always, the beautiful purple, exit all trades. From the left hand side at this point, start fresh. New trend reversal. There's a buy, exit all trades again over there. And then we got into the sells, the shorts, right over the golden dump line. And then we had a bullish one idea. So it's entry there of +1. And we ran into a bull versus bear. Look at that. Bull versus bear. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Short idea. Comes all the way back down for another bullish entry. And we run into a bull versus bear again with another potential trade reversal here. And then the +2 buy. And look where we are right now. The breakout buy into a bull versus bear again. As John Gordon has said, going into this area, he's selling. And that's smart. This bull versus bear is manipulation. My indicator doesn't know if it's traders, if it's exchanges, or what. The issue with bybit is a derivative, so it's trading off a collection of other exchanges. If there's manipulation on those exchanges, there'll be manipulation on bybit. It's just the way it is. So whenever you see that big star bull versus bear, it's time to start thinking, okay, what is my size? Maybe I should take some off. Because you're going to have a lot of size on the ask and the bid that you could churn and reduce some of that risk. Because the overall idea with this bybit competition, if you look here at this chart entry, if you would have got this first entry way over here, you're at 74. 84, 74. You would have rolled that up into right here. That's a good $8 for a trade with a little bit of leverage. 3x, 4x, depending on what you're going with. That's a decent percentage chunk. And that's all we're looking to do. We're looking to trade these as chunks, get a percentage, lock it in, and then trade it back again. So you would have the short idea up here to reverse this back, and you're basically trading that exact same range, that $8 to $10 range. You're trading it up and you're trading it down. Whereas if you would have held it, you only would have got yourself $8 to $10. Trading it back, you get yourself another $8 to $10. You're looking at $16 to $20 for trading that range in profitability. And with the way the market is going right now, gone as those $250 swing windows we used to have that were beautiful a month and a half ago, where you could set it and forget it and collect it. Gone are those $250 on each side of 8,000, those $500 ranges. Now we're looking at ranges in $100 and $125 after a whole day. You're literally waiting around all day for some stuff. So I went and fine-tuned this indicator to try and give us some more trade opportunities for when we start this bybit challenge. Right now, it is what it is. Key always is volume, guys. And you can see there is little to no volume. It's a Saturday. Even the futures exchanges aren't out pumping. So everyone's resting. So that's why we're taking this day to go over the indicator and talk about things. So roll it forward to our now time. So there's the breakout or bailout. As we know, breakout and bailouts usually fail 90% of the time on the first attempt. And what happened? It failed. And then you basically had it sitting flat. Golden dump line right here. It's broken under the golden dump line. Look at that volume. That's the most volume we've had. God, let me screen this down. That's the most volume we've had since 7 a.m. So my time. So in 5 hours, that's the most volume we've had. And look how far it moved. Tiny. Tiny. Oh, someone here wants to get into our scripts. Let me just give this guy here the link to come join us. So I'll give you the link to the strips. I'll drop that into the chat. So anyone who wants to get the scripts, go ahead. That's the link right there for the scripts. So if you wish to purchase the scripts, message me on TradingView. I'll give you the access and tell you what you need to do to get that. More importantly, guys, we're here for the bybit challenge. So I'm going to drop this link in here to the Discord. It's also in the description down below. But I really want you guys to come in here and join me for this bybit challenge. Let's show what team trading's all about. So drop that link in there. Now, we're looking at this on the 5 minute here. You're seeing this whole picture. But let me just break this down to you and show you what's going on in the 1 minute. Because not everyone can have multiple screens open like I do. You see all the manipulation that's going on there. But let me break this down for you here into this 1 minute. We broke over the golden dump line, traded over the EMAs. We had a trade reversal warning up here in the 1 minute. Got a cross coming in on the golden dump line. And we got a sell and a short level 2 idea right here. And the short came all the way to the golden dump line. Actually touched the cloud. It's bounced a couple times. Also looking at it, the momentum squeeze pushed all this energy up into here and released it on the backside, literally just before the trade reversal indication came out, and we're on the backside, so you know the energy is leaving, hence it's flat, no change. And now the energy is returning. Well, it's actually being forced out of the trade. That's why it's negative. And that's why you got the force down. It's curling up to being almost flat. Hence you've got the bounce. And where it's going to go, we don't know. That's the 1 minute. Just showing you guys what we're seeing here. Just move that over a little bit more. See that energy came out right here. We had the green trade reversal. We had the +2 buy. We had the breakout buy indicator. Remember, breakout or fail out. Once we left EMAs, we never came back within the EMAs until the top. Trade reversals indicated here. We could have exited, saved ourselves all this downside pressure. Now the trade trend indicator will alert you when you go into a trade for a possible entry. It also tells you at the end when you should be out of all your trades. With the Ninja, what we're seeing here is it's actually going to give you a better indication on the trade reversal possibility. Use that as an idea to think, okay, I should maybe get out here, sell some on the ask to be adding liquidity to the trades. That way you're going to get paid to trade rather than you pay to trade. And then you would have been here again, sell, alert was given, and then you had the short. And you would have had a whole hammer. So you could have entered this and actually got filled before you got the dump. So I did a few tweaking here to give you guys a little bit better idea and entry points coming up for this competition. But at the same time, guys, we have to be mindful on sizing. We have to be very, very strict about following our rules of execution. Because at the end of the day, it's all about percent gains. So back to the big chart, the 5 minute is giving us a bullish +1 idea. Remember, there are different varying strengths of the trade ideas. A +1 is the most basic. A +2 buy is a strong. A +3 buy is a real strong. On the reverse side, a -1 short is one of the weakest shorts. A -2 is stronger. A -3 is very strong. Also positioning of it above the EMAs and above the golden dump line. A -1 is stronger than a -1 beneath those. Just because you've got more room for the range. And again, guys, we're not interpreting Lucky Charms here. We don't have purple moons, red dots, and no. It tells you exactly what's going on here. So let me just grab this here, blow this up here, and bring this right into your face so you can see what's going on here. So all the way up, it's telling you potential here, bull game, bull versus bears, bull versus bears, short idea, short ideas, short. So you could have loaded into your shorts. You've got a purple here, exit all trades, which is beautiful because you already would have been short. And look where they're exiting all these trades are. It's already within the EMA. Because remember the rules, guys. Whenever you're long, you don't allow it to close within the EMA. So you already would have been out here. But you got your trend reversal, you got your close all trades here, you got this dump to the golden dump line, and it accelerated through. Beautiful. It's telling you, take your short, take your short, take your short, take your short, take your short. Just keep adding to your shorts as it's going through. So it's giving you that idea that you can do this. You know, you can top tick. Okay, you missed this one. We'll put the short back. And then you would have caught it here. Okay, you missed this one. Put the short back. And you would have caught it here. Okay, you missed this one. Put the short back. You would have caught it here. There's no reason to chase the short down. You had two opportunities here to get full on a big short, because that's what plus two. Plus two is a bigger short. So you could have got here if you would have caught it in time. Okay, you didn't. Could have caught it here. You would have got your plus, your -2. Okay, you missed it. You could have put your short back here. You would have got filled. Okay, you missed that one. Okay, well, this says here you got a short up to you. Well, what's the top of this candle wick? Right here? Beautiful. What? You're filled. Could have got filled on this one, and then you could have got filled on this one. And then you got your trend reversal, you got your sell-off, and it gave you your profit window. And then you had your bullish buy idea, which is basically a dip buy. Also, cover for the shorts. Then you had an alert here that you had another short. It's only a 1. So you know it's not that strong. It's only a 1. And then it gave you a short right into your buy. And then you would have held this buy. You would have right into this short idea right here. Sold your buy. Bull versus bear. Bull versus bear. If you would have entered your short here, you've got your short of a bull versus bear. Bull versus bear. Oh, look at this. Potential trade reversal. Close out that trade. You still would have made profit on this short. Plus 2 buy comes in. You've got a breakout buy. Remember what we say about breakout buys. Breakout or bailout. So you know that the golden dump line doesn't get breached. You're going to exit. Same rules apply. Never allow it to close within the EMAs. So you would have been out here on this candle. Not going to allow it to close in. And again, still from this buy. That's profit. Bull versus bears. Don't really do anything when a bull versus bears. If you're in a trade, you're kind of watching your trade. Maybe you're going to look to exit. If you're not in a trade, you're just watching the trade, seeing what's going to happen. And you got a sell-off here. Sold off. You got a bullish idea here. And as I told the guys in the chat room, the potential trade ideas no longer are the manipulation areas. It's the bull versus bears. The calculations has changed. This is just telling you there's an opportunity for the trade to reverse. So you could have got here on the red. You could have waited till it was green. If you had somehow decided to hold this one from way over here, it's telling you on this one here, get out. And you would have got out for a small loss. But it's telling you exit that trade. Then you had your plus 1 buy. You also had a short idea here. So if you didn't get this, you could have shorted it off this. You had another plus 1 buy. Went to a bull versus bear. Again, bull versus bear, you're thinking, okay, do I need to reduce my size? Do I need to lock some in? You didn't break the golden pump line. Your short would have still been good. You're long. It's closing within the EMA. You're exiting. Also, you got your green breakout buy here. You're not going to hold for a green breakout buy when you have bull versus bear. That means exit the trade. Same thing back here. That's where you exit the trade. Why? There's manipulation going on, which means someone is setting this up to look like a breakout buyout or someone's. Or it could just be coincidence, but it's not going to break out buyout. So exit. Don't enter on this. So that would have been it. You would have got out of that. You had a plus 1 bullish buy beneath the EMAs. It's a good entry. You were taking it. You'd been up here. Short idea. So you could actually shorted this if you wished. Or be getting ready to sell. Here's the short. It's now plus a -2 short here, which means it's strong. You would definitely have sold. your one long from here. Definitely would have added to your short from here. And you come down, and you would have got yourself into a nice potential trade reversal alert. And this here is telling you, if you're still in your trade, exit all trades to the left. That means the bullish buy, if you're still in it, you exit it. The bearish trades, if you're in it, you exit it. You're starting fresh. Bullish entry, right into a bearish entry. Again, don't let it close within the EMAs. So you would have a buy here, you would have a buy here. You're dancing on the EMAs, here. You got a bullish buy here, so you got to add it to a position. You got a short bearish here. And then you're within the EMAs now on this one's break. So you exit your trade. You would have had profit from here. You would have had profit from this one here. You would have had profit from this one here. And you would have got out here. Trade reversal, bullish buy. And again, purple, exit all trades to the left, start afresh. So you would exit this on the ask, get out, start fresh. If you're in a short, close your short. Potential trade reversal right here. Got your one buy. Remember, it's a one buy. You've now run into a two short. Well, one buy versus a two short. Just this close after a close all trades. I'd close that trade too. I wouldn't even wait for it to come down. You get your purple right here, telling you close all trades to the left. Right into the bullish. You've got your sell, you've got your short, you've now got your bullish, and now you're back into manipulation. So just a quick little rundown of what the charts are saying, how they're talking. And like I said, guys, it's you're not interpreting circles and squares and diamonds and all these other because I actually coded this. Because I trade, you're actually reading what it says and what the idea is. A bullish buy area. Okay, well, look to see if you got a buy. You're going to check it against other things. Volume. You're going to check it against trend. You're going to check it against different time frames. This is just giving you, there's an idea that there's a possible entry here. And because we're looking at this on the 5 minute, you know the context of this trade is 15 minutes. 3 times the length of the candle you're in. That gives you a candle to check, a candle to get profit, and a candle to exit. So it's within 3 candles is your time frame that you're looking to trade. So these should resolve in that time frame. And you can see that they usually do within 3 bars. They give you direction or an exit. Like I said, I put a lot of time and effort into coding this, guys, because I want this to be able to help this team, because I want us to make sure we do this. It says my Discord link didn't work when I posted for him, so I'm just going to go here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to grab the tweet so we can just come in on the tweet. I'm going to post that tweet link for him so he knows what we're talking about. And that should work because it worked for others. Okay. And right now, guys, like I said, it's a Saturday. Volume is weak, real weak. And we're running to some chop right here, some manipulation, some bulls versus bears. Controlling either the exchange or the index. We're not sure what. Because we're not here to dig too deep in it. We're just here to trade. So. And that's where we're left at, guys. The energy now is rolling. As you can see, it's getting lighter in color. Lighter in color means that the energy is coming out. Same thing here. It's getting lighter in color. It's getting brighter. The energy is coming out. So what this is, guys, this is the BTC Brawl Ninja Trader that you were watching. And this is the momentum squeezing oscillator. Using the combination of both is what we're going to try and use for this competition. We also have the trade trend indicator. But this BTC Brawl Ninja Trader, while you can use it with the TTI, you have to be mindful that if you're using it with the TTI, that the trades that you're going to get from this are for scalps, and the TTIs are more for trading the range. So there are two different indicators, and yes, you can use them together, but you just have to be mindful if you're using them together that one is for scalping and one is for trading ranges. So you don't ever want to take a scalp trade and turn it into a range trade if it was never the idea to begin with. Or else you can take a range trade and make it a scalp trade. So just be mindful of that. Some people use them completely independently. They use two different charts. It all depends on your screen real estate. I myself use them independently. And like I said, if you're interested in joining us for the competition, go ahead right to the link in the chat and join us on Discord as soon as we're done here. Introduce yourself. Let us know where you're from, what your trading history is about, and I'll get in touch with you about what you need to do to set you up for this bybit competition. And if you just want to get the indicator to purchase it for yourself so you can use it, then go ahead, message me on TradingView. It's same name, Cyrus Twits. And I'll tell you what you need to do to get your access there for that. Going to jump into the chat here, see if we've got anyone going on. Look at that, guys. Getting that purity. For those of you guys that can't have many screens up, let me just pull up so you can see what I'm talking about when I say that purity of that trade. And you guys can go back and look at this over, and you can see from the timestamps and the time where we're talking about this. And had your sell, exit all your trades, trade reversal, flushed, broke your cloud, it flushed, flushed. So right here, the negative energy came out, and then it just dumped again. So that's the 1 minute, guys. That's why everything's got to be taken in context. The 1 minute showed you a possible sell-off rollover coming. The golden dump line. So you had advanced knowledge that this was coming. Back to the 5 minute here. 5 minute gave you the manipulation was in play. I got an alert here. If you're in any trades to the left, exit. So start looking again to get your exits out. Energy is leaving the trade. It's almost done. It's almost dissipated. We're almost coming back to a flat turnover. The guy here asking me how it compares, how my indicator compares to someone else's. I don't use anyone else's indicator. I've been trading for 24 years, so it's based on what I do. So I have no idea what anyone else is. So I'm sort of responding back to him. I don't know. I don't use anyone else's. Nice relaxing music here. I got a question here from one of the guys. It's asking about membership to my trading group. Just to clarify, guys, I don't actually own a trading group. The Discord I have set up is specifically for people that are purchasing this indicator, so I can discuss things with the indicator when I go through upgrades, updates. It's for this bybit trading challenge. This is not a paid subscription to a trading group. You're paying a subscription to the tools, and I'm offering you a group to discuss things with other traders who are in the same boat as you. The actual group I'm part of is called Ascend Trading. It's a firm that we have been trading with for several years now, and we trade everything from stocks, options, crypto. We discuss mining. It's basically a one-stop shop. If you want to learn how to trade, you want a mentor or menteeship ideas, if you want stock market trading help, if you want to learn how to trade options, that's where I would send you to. The guys in there are fantastic, and it's more than just me. The reason why I don't run my own trading group is A, Ascend Trading does a fantastic job, and B, I don't trade every single day. Some of you guys know there's certain YouTubers that have big followings and they charge all the subscription fees, and you might see them once in the blue moon. You might follow their trades and their trades blow up and everyone in the trade loses money, and then 2 days later they buy a Ferrari. It's like I tell you guys all the time. Don't believe all that you see from these pop-up traders who haven't been trading for years. If they haven't been around in the game, how are they going to show you to survive the game? They're only here for one thing: subscriptions, subscribers, and to sell you snake oil, which is why they can't code their alerts to actually tell you what they're looking at. They want you to interpret it because it's not their code. They just borrowed it from someone else. This is based on 24 years of my own trading experience, what I've learned and what I've looked at. And I have simplified it for you guys so you guys can look at it and be like, okay, well, I should be looking to go long. Okay, I should be looking to sell or go short, or just give you guys an idea specifically for the fact of this trading championship that we're going to be going into, because trades will be coming quick and fast. And I don't want guys to lose capital, because what we're trading for is not volume. What we're trading for is percent return gains. So if everyone can get good percent return gains, we can possibly win this. And that's what we're looking for. Overall, I believe the last time they did the championship, there was a guy who had an indicator out there and his team finished near the bottom. And being the guy who knows how his indicator works, he was the last on his team. You can say whatever you want to say about that, but that to me is exactly what I said in my discussion about it. It lagged. It was a weak indicator, and you didn't need it. And a lot of people kept reaching out to me and was like, well, okay, we'll make something better for us. I'm like, okay, well, I'll share what I've been doing with. But at the same time, too, as a guy actually approached me about this, he approached me with an idea of making a trading bot to make money. And if anyone's followed me, you know how I hate setting up ideas like that. This is basically just sheep. I want you guys to learn to trade, which is why this indicator is telling you this is a trade idea. It's not telling you what to do. It's telling you here's an idea. It's a potential long. It's a potential trade. It's a stronger long. It's not telling you add half a Bitcoin here, add 2 Bitcoin there, short half a Bitcoin, sell half. It's not telling you that. It's only giving you ideas of entries so you guys can help learn, so I can get that learning curve for you guys up to speed by using crypto, which is 24/7, 365. You can see a lot more charts than you would if you were sticking in only potential stocks. But that being said, let me show you how this works in the stock world, because a lot of people don't understand this, because that's where I come from first. I actually come from the stock world. So let me just, give me a second here. Let me just pop this up for you. Okay. Let's go with SPY. So, for those of you guys that don't know, the entire stock market can be summed up in an index called SPY. So this here is my indicator. And you see how much cleaner this is in stocks. So you actually would have traded options on SPY and got this trade. And how this would have worked was, let me actually change this to, I'm going to change this to 5-minute entries, just so we get more alerts. So, the 14th. Let's go to the 13th. When's the 13th at? So the stock market, all I'm looking at for the stock market is between 7:30 my time, which would be 9:30 market time, and 4 o'clock. So stock market opened with a sell-off on the 13th. If you look at it the day before that, you had a breakout or bailout into close with the golden dump line. And remember what we said, breakout or bailouts, 90% of the time fail. So it failed, and it failed hard. So you had a potential sell-off all the way down to 307. Now, if you would have bought the Friday next week, so not the 14th, or sorry, not the 15th, but if you would have bought the ones prior, or after, sorry, like the 20-something week one, it gives you more time in them so they don't expire on you. But you would have had your trade here, exit, 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 potential short, so you can buy your puts. And then you had a trade reversal here, and strong buy. Could have rid this up. And now you're trading options. Options are slightly different than actual stock. So your potential short here. So those puts that you bought, you could have added to them and got out here. Also, if you're in, because you can trade both sides with options. You can buy puts, you can buy calls. So your buy would still been in your calls. You have now a breakout or bailout here. We know that these 90% fail, but it did break out over the golden dump line, comes back, it tests underneath, but it doesn't break this EMA ribbon. It actually rides that ribbon all the way to here. Could have exited here. Or you could have been like, okay, it stays above the golden dump line. I'm going to stay in my position. And then it stays above the EMAs going through here. Potential short idea here for shorts. Bull versus bear. Exit that. You then had your dump off. Again, you don't allow it to close within the EMAs. Short as it breaks the golden dump line, so you would have had your puts again. And then it turns around. You've got a cup, or I call this a ladle because it's not quite so up and down. It's a little drawn out. So that gave you a +2 buy. Again, a strong buy. Just underneath the golden dump line. It's a good area to take a trade. It now broke it. We're back into this green buy, which is a breakout or bailout. And again, guys, 90% of the time they fail. And it breaks and it fails. It doesn't give you any continuation. You've got to close out all trades here. So if you were to close this out, again, you're above where you would have bought your addition to your trade. You would have taken your profit on your calls. You've got a sell and a short idea here. So you could have taken your puts. And remember, you can hold two sides of the trade with options. You can have puts to short. You can have calls to go long. You would get your +2 calls here. Again, you run into a breakout or bailout. And remember where this breakout or bailout top was? So we're over that one here. So that's a buy. We're over that. It doesn't close on the EMA, so you can hold that. And now close an EMA, exit it. And the purple, get out of all your trades. It's a one short. You could add it to your other short over here if you would have stayed in your puts. Now bearish. You've got a +2 buy here. So you could have started your position of adding calls. Sells off. You run into your bull versus bear here. A bullish idea. Since you're short, you exit your position. You would take a lot of that profit out. You would now be adding to this trade over here with a buy here. Potential reversal, you'll buy here, be adding to this here. So your dollar cost averaging it down. You've got your breakout buy again. Remember, breakouts 90% of the time fail. And since you're right back to your level where you entered this one at, you're probably going to sell. Because you come into a bear versus bull. And then you're going to have drawdown again. Get back into the trade here with a buy as it rides over top of your EMAs. And you run into a cluster of bull versus bear. Now remember, we got here. We're riding it as it stays over the EMAs. We had a dip down, so you could have closed it here. Most people would have closed it. But now, those of us who have been trading longer understand two things. And one of the things is called time of day, which is the close. So now you're going to hold this for the next day. This is what's different about crypto. Crypto, there is no close. So this here is you've entered it on a hunch that tomorrow you're going to have the reversion of what happened here where you had that sell-off. You're holding it for the hunch that you're going to get the gap up. There's a lot of China news and all this. And that's what you did get. You got that gap up. And it basically rid this EMA all the way up. All the way to the next day's close. Now, that's why I said if you would have held calls for the week after, you still could be in this trade. If your calls expired on Friday, well, you're out of the trade because that's the end of it. That's the difference with options versus stock and futures with no exercise date, like the perpetuals we're trading in crypto. And here, of course, obviously your Fibonacci lines, because you can't trade without Fibonacci's. So it's what it is. It's what I've been using for years. Sorry, I don't have no cheerleaders, no rah-rah, smoke and mirrors. Just cut and dry. You guys can go on my Twitter and see what I've been doing for years, my trading style. I just basically have put it into something that when I got my alert from my AI, I'd be able to look at the chart and be like, okay, I have an entry, I can get into it because it's moving. Or be like, no, I've missed it, it's passed, it's gone. I'll give you an example of what I mean. CLVS. We talked about that the other day. So you can see how CLVS has just been moving. So let me just pull that over there. So you had your +2 buy here, and it took off. Basically rode, took off. Rode your EMA ribbon, so no reason to close it. Crossed under your EMA ribbon. And it's over 100% gain. Even right now, where it's at, still 100% gain. So just give you some ideas. Now, someone has asked me if this works for Forex. A lot of people ask me if this works for Forex. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I trade Forex, there's 3 ways I trade Forex. I'm going to go shopping in another country, so I buy their currency. I will trade a stock versus their currency. For example, we had the Turkish incident coming up. We took those Turk puts and we banked on those. Or I'm going to do a hedge towards something in my account. So, for example, Suncor, which is a dual listed stock, I'll trade it on the Canadian and the US exchange with the mindset that if there's a difference in dollar value, it'll re-rate itself because the stock is finite. That's how I trade Forex. I don't actually trade currency pairs. So I can't tell you if it works for that because I have never done that. I know some guy's going to be like, oh yeah, it works. My indicator works for everything. It's blah, 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 blah. And that's how they get wrecked. I'm going to tell you this straight up. I don't trade currency. I have never, ever traded currency. I didn't build something to trade currency. It may work for currency, but I can't tell you if it does because I don't trade currency. I can tell you it works for stocks. I can tell you it works for options, which are basically based on stocks. I can tell you it works for trading cryptocurrency. It works for all types of derivatives because, again, the derivatives are based on trading an actual item. And so the option or the futures are based off that. I can tell you, yes, it works for that because that's what I trade. That's what I back tested it for. That's what I've done for 24 years. Currency, I have maybe done, and when I mentioned all those different currency trades to you, I've maybe done those 10 times in my entire life. I have taken more trades in an hour of pretty much anything else than I have currency my entire life. So I can't speak to will it work for Forex. I don't know. Oh, someone here just messaged me just a second. Pop back to them. So That's a scoop on will it work for cryptocurrency? Yes. Will it work for stock? Yes. Will it work for options? Yes. Will it work for futures? Yes. Will it work for Forex? I don't know. Will it work for sport betting? I don't know. I've never done that. But if you can chart it, I don't see why it wouldn't work for that. But I don't know. I haven't done it. So, long and short of this, guys, is if you can chart it, this will give you an idea based on parameters that I would use for charting. Again, when I trade, guys, I'm ambivalent of what the actual item is I'm trading. So whether it's gold or Bitcoin or Apple stock, if there's a trade, I'm trading it, I'm trading the chart. I actually turn my P&L off. I don't look at P&L. I just take the trade, and when I see the areas I want to exit at, I'll then exit some. And then that's when, especially when I'm trading crypto, that's when I'll go do a snapshot of what my P&L is at time as I'm exiting. So guys who are following the trade in the chat rooms that do trade on P&L can see, like, okay, well, this is the potential that he's at right now. He's exiting. He's over his 5%. He's in his 25%. He's in the 40%. He's going to be getting out. Because even though I tell people not to piggyback my trades, to trade their own ideas based on their own risks, you know that when you have an indicator and you have an influence, people are going to trade your alerts because you are proving results. Now, that being said, guys, as always, past results are not indicative of future results, meaning that just because someone was great in the past doesn't mean they're always going to be great in the future, which is why my motto is you're only as good as your last trade. So if my last trade was great, then I'm still going to be a good trader. If my last trade was poo-poo and everyone got wrecked, well, then you're poo-poo and everyone got wrecked. You don't go out and buy a Ferrari. That's just the way it is. So you see all these influencers out there that get wrecked and they're out there buying all these cars. They were never in the trade to begin with. They were fugazi. Forget about it. It's basically the same guys that were in penny stocks, which is why I short them on their pump and dumps, wait for the third day, and then I crush them. The same ones that are shilling the cryptocurrencies, and the SEC got into them all. And now they're out there shilling these indicators at high prices. And the way I look at it is if your indicator is good, A, you're not going to want to sell it. And B, if you are going to sell it, you're not going to charge a high price for it because you're going to want to make sure that a niche of people are going to keep it tight. If you ever sell something at a high price, they're going to try and reverse engineer it and sell it to other people. And if you're a trader, that trade indicator is based on your trading style. So no, you don't want it reverse engineered. So you're going to make your offering, if you're going to offer it to people, you're offering to people to help them. So you're going to vet them first. And secondly, you're going to offer it at a price that's affordable, that people are going to want to keep it and not try and reverse engineer it. Because once they reverse engineer your trading, then everyone knows your trading style, which is why my indicator just alerts you to areas. It doesn't tell you exactly what I'm going to do. It doesn't tell you how I'm going to trade it. That's coded for my trading bot. Because if you're a trader, you're a trader. If you're not a trader, then you're just a marketer. And then you'll go out and buy a Ferrari. So that's it, guys. That's all I have. Gonna get out of this here and bring it back to crypto because this market's closed and crypto's still booming. So we got a short idea into some manipulation. A lot of manipulation going around. It's just low volume, guys. So my suggestion is get your counts ready. jump into the Discord. Let's talk things over and get ready for this trading competition so we can nail it. When you drop into the trade competition, guys, identify yourself, introduce yourself to everyone in the Introduce Yourself channel. One of the guys will assign you your permission so you can move around the channel. Because this lets us know you're not a bot, first off, or you're not some other team trying to spy on us, try and grab our information. And then through there, we'll let you know how to set up and get yourself the indicator, if that's what you're looking for, and how to join our team for this bybit 100 BTC challenge. Because, guys, it's going down. It is going down. And that's what I love about trading competitions, because at the end of the day, when you're trading, there's only 3 people you ever trade against. You're trading against yourself. You're trading against the other person who's countered your trade that you have no idea who is. And you're trading against the person that you used to be. So if you haven't improved your trading, then the person you used to be is going to win. If you haven't improved your trading, then the newer you is going to win compared to that person. And the person on the other side of the trade is just the counterparty. Those are the 3 people you're always trading against. But when we have trading competitions, you now opened it up to everyone. So you can show everyone your ability to trade. And that's what I really enjoy about these trading competitions like this. And that's why we're participating. And we've been blessed by bybit to be given the opportunity to be a team. So we're just looking to fill out that roster, guys. So join us and we'll go. So you guys have any questions, comments, concerns? Join us in the Discord. Let's discuss it. Let's wrap it up. Let's wind it down. Bitcoin's giving me an entry here at 84.69. 2.5 minutes left in your 5-minute candle. It's a bullish 1 entry. We're below the EMAs. We're coming out of an energy disbursement. And we've had 3 rounds of manipulation just after a 1 short. So basically this is the opposite side of that 1 short. It's setting up to give us an entry here at 84.69 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Volume in this candle is already more than the one previous, but not by much. This might be a scaling entry. Kind of needs to close a little bit on the red so we can get filled. Because remember, I'm adding liquidity. I'm not taking liquidity. We got 10 seconds left. And it has ended. It's closed. Green. Tells us we got bulls versus bears manipulation going on. So, I'm going to cancel my entry. If I still wanted to get into this trade, like if it was a +2, something stronger, I would have left that trade there and I would have put another one lower. So that way I could enter on a wick and I'd get both of them filled because it was bullish +2. It's only a 1. It's just signifying it's a scalp, if anything. It's not a very strong indicator. It's just the setup overall looked good. Below the EMAs, after having a long sell-off. It looked like it was nice for an entry. But not messing with that manipulation on the very next candle. So I'm going to exit, wait for this to come down more, and then see what it prints me for it. And just remember, guys, volume is very, very weak. So right now we're only trading for the fact that I'm showing you the indicator. If I wasn't showing you the indicator, I'd be watching some college football, which I'm probably going to watch in a few minutes once I get off this live stream, after I communicate with some guys who've been messaging me, ask me some questions that want to privately, and go from there. Oh, someone's messaging me. Oh, no, it's not messaging me. Yeah, he is messaging me. And just think, I've had TradingView for almost 2.5 years, 3 years. And I only used it for my own private scripts. I didn't use it to share scripts with anyone. Let me just see if I can show you some stuff real quick. So as I said, guys, I really never shared my stuff. I kept it to myself. So here's my trade indicator, that my private one, the one I made available to everyone else, and the momentum squeeze oscillator, which I created to try and clarify the false entries for people who haven't been trading as long as I have, just to try and speed up your learning curve. And then this is the brand new btcbrawl Ninja Trader that I have just created. Why do I call it the btcbrawl Ninja Trader? Well, it's obvious. I created it to try and help the team with some clear signals and ideas for the bybit 100 BTC Brawl Challenge. So that's where the BTC Brawl comes from. The Ninja Trader part goes back to World of Warcraft. When you're looting and you don't listen to the loot instructions, and you just ninja the loot. Well, that happened this week on World of Warcraft Vanilla, and that's what gave me the idea to call it the Ninja Trader, because you're coming in and you're just going to ninja out the profit. In and out. So that's why it's called the Ninja Trader. Got a second manipulation. And it still hasn't budged. It's still 2-to-1 buys to sells. So two things are happening here. Someone is shorting by holding up the bid, so people are buying on the ask to fill his short. Or someone is trying to push the price up too short by stacking the bid, so people are going to buy the ask to move it up. One of those two things is happening right now. Oh, got some more messages. Let me pull that up so I can answer these guys back. The music is royalty-free music from SoundCloud. I like to showcase different artists, and with it being royalty-free, I don't have to worry about any issues with royalty claims, even though I don't monetize my channel. I don't have to worry about that. So I've given you a rundown of my background, giving you a rundown on the background on the trading indicator, giving you a rundown on the background on the MSOQ, the momentum squeezing oscillator, which I think is probably one of the most fantastic tools out there. It's actually based on John Carter's TMI squeeze that was available on TD Ameritrader. We've used it for years. It's been a staple in trading, and I just made my own version of it to pull as a separate to help negate the false entries that people were getting with the trade indicator. And the btcbrawl Ninja Trader is just basically the end of market cipher. Yeah, I said it. With btcbrawl Ninja Trader, you do not need market cipher ever again. Maybe I'll caption that. I'll be like, the tool to end market cipher. Because why are you paying so much? Put it towards your account so you can trade. I get that question a lot. A lot of people ask me, "Am I going to raise the prices? I should raise the prices." Um, my mindset is quite simple. Um, I base the price on it based on the amount of hours that I spent coding it to make it easier for people to understand, not the 24 years of knowledge that I had put into it. And my reasoning on this is I believe knowledge is to be shared. No one knows that you know anything if you don't share it. So for me, knowledge should be shared and it should be shared for free. So I'm only charging the price that it cost me to code the actual tool itself to make it easier for people to understand. And anyone who's into the learning and teaching part of trading will appreciate that, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to share knowledge, and by sharing knowledge, we help grow traders. So that's why it's literally only $60 a month, because the amount of traders that will pull together to purchase it will cover the amount of time that I put into it. So that's my mindset on it. Will I raise the price? I don't see why I would have to. It's coded already. The code is already done. Yeah, I might have to upgrade some stuff, but once the basic legwork is done, then it's just a matter of some tweaks here, some tweaks there. So I don't really plan on raising the price. I know a lot of people said I should, but I don't know. You make something to help people. You don't really try to gouge them. And besides, you've already got gouged for Market Cipher anyway. So, might as well offer something that's at a competitive price range. Then you're going to get gouged again. So, my mindset was just literally charge what it cost me to make it. And thank you guys for purchasing your subscriptions to it. And I really thank you guys for joining us in this bybit challenge. So I'm going to sign off, guys. Respond to these direct messages. And I'm going to probably bite the bullet here and enter this trade. Oh, gosh. No, I'm not. I'm not going to enter the trade. I'm going to stick to my guns. Alright, guys. So Cyrus Twits from Ascend Trading out.